What's up, guys? Jay here with Solo Pokemon. Today we have a special video. We're joined by
What's going on, y'all? It's Max.
Our resident pro, Max Lewis.
Yes, sir, the resident pro. How's it going, everybody?
And today we have a special one. We're going to go over how to play the Pokemon trading card game. Max is mostly going to take lead on today, but as a new player myself and Max being much more experienced, I'll be here as kind of like the trainee to learn a lot of things and kind of probe questions that me as a new player have, and he might be able to answer. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing my best to explain the very simplistic parts of this game, because it is a pretty simple game at the core of it. And we're also going to be trying to teach Jay how to play a Zard deck. It's actually my first game with this Lost Box Tina deck. So yeah, we got the Zard over here. I love Zard. It's like my first deck I started playing. It's actually pretty easy to play, so I'm sure Jay's going to get the hang of it. He's a smart dude.
All right, so let's start with the basics of how to play the game. I am going to ask you some questions that I've had, and maybe you can answer them. So to start off with, what are all the zones on the map? What do they mean? And what am I looking at here?
Okay, so the main ones that you need to be focusing on here, of course, you have your deck zone, discard pile, graveyard, whatever you want to call it. Your trainers, I mean, this is just a suggestion, but you can use your trainers, your items anywhere you want. And then your bench and your prizes are the biggest ones. So your bench is going to be where you're putting all your Pokemon that are currently up in the, the whole field. This is where they're going to be at. And then you have one Pokemon up here in the front is your active zone, which is the one you're going to be attacking with. So
you would put one up here and I would put up here.
Exactly. We both put one up here, 5 in the bench, 5 loaded up, ready to send it up to the front, and
So 5 is the limit. You cannot have more than 5
you
back
cannot
here.
have more than 5. Yep, cannot have more than 5.
All right, and the prize cards, how does that work?
So the prizes, this is how you're going to win the game or lose the game. Every game, each player draws their hand, and then after they draw their hand, they put 6 cards into their prize zone. There's a lot of things that goes into having the prizes. For one, it could really mess you up if you put some cards you need in your deck. Like if you put 4 of a crazy card you need in your deck in your prizes, then I mean you will have a bad time, and you need to be looking in your deck to see what you have. But
so how many cards would you draw to start the game?
So to start the game, you draw 7 cards.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you draw first, and then you put your prize over in that order.
Yeah, you draw, check your hand, see if there's any basic Pokemon, which is another thing we can get onto that right now, honestly.
Well, we can keep going over the mat here. So if you have a basic Pokemon, you would, well, let's assume we have a basic Pokemon.
Yeah.
Then we would put how many in our prize zone?
6 in the prizes, off rip.
Kind of like this?
Exactly, just like that.
Okay. All right. How many, let's start off with the basic stuff first, Dana, because I'm trying to learn here.
Yeah.
How many cards go into a Pokemon deck?
So it's a 60 card limit and a 60 card cap. So
straight up just 60.
It has to be 60.
No less, no more.
No less, no more than 60.
Okay. Is there a restriction to what cards you can put in your deck? And if so, how would we find out what that is?
So all the information is on Pokemon's website. They have great resources all on their website. But it's pretty much done through rotations, which are also make up, the last couple sets, a good amount of sets go by, and then they're under a certain rotation that rotates every, it's kind of a new thing in Pokemon, so I'm not too well versed on it, but I'm sure it's around every 6 months. At least that's how much it seems like it's been since the last rotation. And then once that happens, if the cards are not reprinted in any new sets, you can't use those, and it's on to a whole new card. So that's kind of how the meta can change, and the ban list aspect of things kind of goes into play if there's any cards that are way too broken or anything like that.
Okay. A few more basic questions. How is it determined who goes first?
You roll a dice or flip a coin. Generally in Pokemon, when you roll a dice, you choose evens or odds to
represent basically heads or tails. So it's a 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 chance. And depending on who wins.
So the other person calls it, and if they call it correctly, they get it, or the person who's rolling or flipping it calls it?
It's whoever wants to call it.
It's informal then.
Yeah, it's like if you can ask your opponent if they want to call it. If they're like, no, you can just call it. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can call
Is it a best of 1, best of 3? How does that work?
So that actually does vary a lot. In the bigger tournaments, like regionals, things like that, it will be best of 3 for most rounds. There's also a lot of league cups and just normal leagues that only do best of 1s until they get the top cut. So yeah, that does.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I know Magic has the same thing too, something called a side deck or a side board. Does that exist in Pokemon?
No, it does not exist at all. So you need to put all your...
The 60 you bring to the table is the 60 you're going to have.
It's the 60 you're going to have the whole tournament. You need to make sure it's built around what you need to play against.
That's all right. So now we have all the basic stuff established. I can't really think of anything else right now. Perhaps we can get into it and you can show me the basic mechanics how to play.
Yeah, we can start playing the game and
all right.
I'll show you guys how it goes down.
Shuffle up here.
Shuffle it up. Yeah, I really do like Pokemon though. It's a very fun game. It's a chill game. There's a lot of interaction in Pokemon as well. So, like you were saying, you're from Yu-Gi-Oh! That game, I'm from Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. And there's not a lot of interaction sometimes. I mean, you can get stopped from one turn just because your opponent has 6 cards that say you can't play the game.
Okay.
But in Pokemon, it all comes down to the prizes. Whoever can get 6 prizes before your opponent. That's
okay. All right. On the topic of win conditions, what are the win conditions in Pokemon?
So yeah, I can show that a lot better when we're playing. But I mean, it's a quick summary. You guys are, you have both active Pokemon, and you attack. They have life points, and the attacks that they do a certain amount of life points.
Or hit points, right?
Hit points, yeah, it's the hit points in Pokemon. And if you do enough to kill the Pokemon, depending on if it's a basic, if it's an EX, V-Star, you'll get 1 to 3 prizes per Pokemon you knock out. So
how would you win through the prizes? By getting rid of all your opponent's prizes or collecting all your prizes? When
you knock out a Pokemon, you collect your prizes. So once you go down to 6, that's how you win.
So once you've attained all your 6 of your prize cards in your hand,
exactly,
you draw them, right?
Yeah.
You take them basically.
You just take them.
And is that at random or is there a specific order?
Yeah, it's at random. You can take them however you want.
And you're not able to look at these, so you don't know what it is?
No, you're not able to look at it at all.
Okay. And is there any other win conditions? Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's decking out. Is that a win condition in Pokemon?
Yeah, that is a win condition as well in Pokemon.
So if you can't draw any players as the turn player, you lose automatically?
Yeah, you will lose. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's one more win condition, right? I seem to remember they said if you don't have something on your bench, maybe?
So yeah, that is actually true. If you have one Pokemon in your active and nothing in your bench, and that one Pokemon gets knocked out, then you'll instantly lose the game. So
yeah, it is. I do remember some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember some stuff.
Yeah, there we go. All right, cut.
Remember stuff from our first game together, huh?
I have had very minimal practice with Pokemon, guys. So I'm gonna be learning right here with you. I'm assuming anybody who's watching is also new to Pokemon and trying to learn. So Max is a very gifted card player coming from Yu-Gi-Oh! Scene as well. And he's bringing over the Pokemon scene.
All right, so here's 7.
All right. Oh, that's a lot of cards. That's so much more.
It is a lot of cards, isn't it? And you get to draw an 8th for going first or second.
So, okay. So turn player draws as well.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Do you want to choose evens or odds, Jay?
I will choose odds.
Odds, all right. So we got evens. So I will go first.
Honestly, it's better just so you can show the audience.
Yeah. So in Charizard, that's good. You want to go second actually in that deck.
So we both have a basic Pokemon we put out right now, or we do the prize cards first?
Yeah, we do the basic Pokemon first before the prize cards. So if you have a basic, you can put them out, and you actually put them out face down first, so that your opponent can't change what they put out. If they.
Oh, okay. So you put it out, and you both put out face down, and you flip it face up. That's a formality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually I didn't open one, so this is a good way to show what happens when you don't open a basic. You show your hand, show that you don't have any basic Pokemon, and you shuffle it into your deck. You get a full mulligan to draw a basic Pokemon, and then your opponent gets to draw an extra card.
Okay, so I know in like Digimon you draw one last card for the mulligan, but in Pokemon you draw the same amount, but I get to draw an extra one?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And if both players mulligan, then it equals out the draw, and neither player draws extra.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sounds like, yeah, just a kind of a wash.
All right, let's see.
And I get to draw right now as well?
Yep.
At this point in time? Okay, so draw a card.
I got mine, so we will put our Pokemon up.
Yep.
And put our prizes up.
Okay, so now we burn 6 off top of our deck?
Yep.
The top 6, right?
Top 6 goes straight to the prizes.
Oops.
All right, then we can flip our Pokemon up and start our battle. So you got a Mew. That is a really good one to start off in that deck.
Oh, you can put them on your bench face down as well?
Yeah.
You can put as many, so if I had more, I could put more right now, or it had to happen at that point in time.
It has to be at that point in time when you start the game, but since you're new, you can do that if you didn't know.
I don't have any more.
Oh, okay.
Just asking for clarification.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering what that one was. I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, you put them on your bench as well.
Is there a limit? All right, so when we're talking about basic Pokemon, right? It says basic here up in the corner.
Right.
Actually, can we just quickly go over looking at a card, what we're looking at when we're looking at it, as far as like the upper right-hand emblem, the substance ability and whatnot? What are we looking at here when we look at the card?
So to start off, the emblem at the top, that'll show what type the card is. So that will have to do with the weaknesses and the strengths that it'll do to other Pokemon, just like in the video game. It is a bit different than the video games though, because even if your attack says it needs a psychic energy for it, if your type isn't psychic, then it won't do psychic damage to the opponent.
For instance, if my monster is a leaf and your monster is a leaf as well, but the attack is fire, we know that leaf is typically vulnerable to fire, but it won't be vulnerable because the monster's actual type is not fire.
Exactly, yeah. So,
okay, it has to be the type is the only weakness.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Pokemon TCG had to custom corners with the weaknesses just to make it more simplified, because it would be a lot to have all the weaknesses, all the types, because there also are some types missing in the TCG, like there isn't a dragon type, there isn't a fairy type.
Yeah, okay, fairy. I heard that one got discontinued.
Yeah, there used to be fairy types, but they didn't make a lot of them. So, all
right. So when we look at weakness on that topic,
right,
it says ×2. Break that down.
So that'll just mean you're gonna be taking ×2 damage. So this attack does 30. If your Pokemon was weak to that, it would do 60, pretty much.
Okay, so it'd be one shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Pokemon, when it's called knocked out. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when they're knocked out.
It goes to the discard pile.
Yeah.
Okay, and at that point, you would take one prize card. 2. How does that work?
So that also just depends on the type of Pokemon. These basics, say basic at the top, that's only one prize card for every basic. And then if they say EX or V star, that's typically 2. It's always 2 on an EX. On V stars, it could be 3. If they have, or it's on V maxes, I'm sorry. V stars, then V maxes, which they evolve into. Those V maxes could be 3 sometimes. Not all the time, but some of them are.
So your Pokemon here says psychic and a white energy, right? What's the white one called?
Basic. So the white is just colorless energy, so it means it could be a substitute for any energy. So I can use a psychic and a grass energy if I wanted. Okay. There are also colorless energies as well that are just take that role pretty much exactly.
So you have these energies in your hand. I'm assuming you draw them. How does that work? Do I put the energies down here? Do I put them underneath the Pokemon? What happens?
Yeah, you can attach 1 energy per turn from your hand. If you have a Pokemon that attaches energy, you can attach as many as that allows you. And then, you pretty much just put it under the Pokemon, and it'll signify that.
You can only attach 1 energy per turn.
1 energy per turn.
Wherever you put it, whether it be here, or are you able to put them on the ones on the bench too?
Yeah, you can put them on the bench or the active, either way.
Okay. All right. Abilities, how does that work?
So abilities are once per turn effects on Pokemon. As long as you meet the requirements of the ability, then you can just activate it that 1 time per turn. And it doesn't matter most of the time if they're on the bench or active. It really just depends on what the ability says. Some of them will specify certain things that needs to be met. But like these ones that I have, this one I can use, since it says in my active spot, I can use it right here. This one says it doesn't specify that it needs to be in my active spot, so I can use it on my bench.
Okay, so, this is called active spot.
Yeah, active.
All right, another question regarding just the basic mechanics of the game. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, I know we have different phases. How does the phase of a player's turn break down? Like,
so there's really not necessarily phases. Is you just draw your card.
Okay.
Everything is active, so you can play your turn. But the main thing is once you attack, that ends your turn. There's no phase after attack.
Immediately once you attack, you break down the calculation of the damage.
Yep.
And then the other person proceeds to draw for their turn.
Exactly. Yeah. You take your prize cards if you knocked anything out. and
Okay.
that's it. That's the end of your turn.
Okay, that seems good for now. We'll come down with some other questions later. So now let's, I guess you can proceed with your turn and kind of just, greatly explain what you're doing as you go.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely explain everything I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm also playing a new deck today as well. So yeah, I'll definitely be going over everything I'm doing. So I'll start it off with just in my comfy, my active zone. I'll use its ability. So it lets me look at the top 2 cards, and I take one and I put one in my lost zone, which this map doesn't have, but it's pretty much, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Banished zone, lost zone is just another graveyard that is in a separate spot.
Does the playmat typically have a specified zone where it usually goes?
No, most players just put it under their graveyard or the discard pile.
Discard pile down here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll use this, look at the top 2. I add one to my hand and put one in my discard pile. So I will take this colorless and then I'll put one in my lost zone. Put that one.
And whenever you do stuff, you don't show your opponent?
Yeah, most of the times when you search a card from your deck, anything like that, you don't show your opponent. Yeah.
They have to blindly trust that what you're doing is allowed
Yeah.
whenever you
Much.
search in Pokemon.
Yeah. Which is interesting. Very, a lot of games don't do that. So
That's interesting, right? Because that could allow some foul play. How's that prevented, or it's just not?
it's not. I mean, people could cheat, but you just gotta hope they don't.
All right.
much.
All right. Well, who's the makers of this game?
Just Pokemon.
Pokemon Hero Cry. Figure that out.
Yeah, figure that out for sure. A lot of the times, though, cards that do search and you don't show your opponent are cards that, like this one, I just drew 2 cards. I couldn't cheat that way. Another example is Pidgeot EX, which you play in your deck. You can search for any card in your deck, so you don't have to show your opponent because it's any single card.
Oh, but if there's cards that say you have to search for a specific thing, you still have to show? Like Ultra Ball, isn't that for a monster?
Exactly, yeah. Ultra Ball, you would show for that. There are instances that you do have to show for.
Oh, okay, so that negates what I just said.
Yeah, it's
if,
not
if,
everything.
if it requires a specific thing, you have to show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Pokemon, you're doing a good job.
They're doing all right. All right, so I got that, and then I'll use my Greninja. Like I said, since this ability doesn't say it needs to be in the active, I can just use it at any point in time while it's on the bench. So
Okay.
this one, I discard an energy to my discard pile. Just draw 2 cards. Simple. Draw 2.
Is there a hand limit in Pokemon to the amount of cards you can have in your hand at one point?
No, you can have 20 cards in your hand. I mean, I've seen it happen.
There's no discarding for having a large hand size.
None
Okay.
at all. One thing that is important though, since I'm going first, and if you're going first, you cannot use supporter cards going first. So that is a little bit of the way they nerf going first, I guess. Because I definitely want to be using this right now, but I can't. So
Okay.
Half the
Supporter
way
cards
there.
you can't use going first.
yeah, anything else, items, anything else can be used going first, pretty much. All right. So right now, I will just let's see. I'll Pokegear. So I look at the top 7 cards, reveal a supporter card. I find, put it in my hand, and shuffle the rest in my deck.
Okay. Before you get into that, I noticed you activated a trainer card. Through formality, is there a place you you put it to activate it, or not really?
No, not at all.
You just declare that you're activating it and you put it straight to your discard pile.
Pretty much, yeah. You can put it anywhere. You can, if you want to put them here, you can. I just put them straight to my discard pile. Just
Oh, right here where they have the little zone. It's just informal though.
Yeah, that's just a suggestion, pretty much.
And this one says stadium. Is that formality though to put it there?
It is, yeah. You can't change where those go. The judges will actually enforce that.
Okay.
All right, so this Pokegear, I look at 7 cards and add a supporter. So it looks like I did not get one. Let's shuffle the rest of them in my deck.
So at that point, you would show me if you had that supporter.
Yeah, if I added a supporter, I would show you there. All right, so I'll attach the dark energy to my comfy. Now, end my turn.
All right. I will draw for turn. All right. I guess we're gonna do things very much out of order because I am not familiar with a lot of things, but we're gonna just learn to play regardless.
Yeah.
All right. I will start with
There's only one way to get better.
I will go with Battle VIP Pass. It says I can only use this card on my first turn. Oops, not back there. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell Trap Zone. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench, then shuffle your deck.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great starter right there. That card is insane. That's one of the cards actually that is going to be rotated in April since it hasn't been reprinted.
It won't be allowed to play anymore?
Yeah, and you can tell that by the letters on the bottom of the card. This one says E on the bottom of it. For example, this one says G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This one won't be rotated for 2 sets. This one says F, however. So this one will be the next rotation.
Does it eventually get to Z then start at A again?
I guess so.
Okay.
Probably gonna take a long time.
So what letters are we at right now?
I guess we're just at E. E is the when they started it. Even though
they go by the oldest letter. They just say you're an E, and anything after
They just started though. Beforehand, they haven't had it, so it's kind of weird they just started on E instead of A off rip. But
okay,
yeah, that is how that's going. So I think it is a cool thing that they did though, because now you kind of know exactly when it's going to be rotating, and before you'd have a good idea, but it wasn't something that was confirmed to happen when this set is rotated out.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Charmander here.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put let's find another basic Pokemon.
And another thing you want would be Rotom V. You definitely want a Pidgey. You need Pidgeot EX. That's a really big part of the strategy.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting a Pidgey here.
Yeah.
Because I read Rotom V and it says if I use that ability, I end my turn immediately.
That is a good thing to do. This is pretty much the only turn you want to do that on, because you can't attack on your first turn in Charizard. Some decks you can.
I can't attack on this turn either?
You just won't be able to. The only monster you can attack with really is Charizard, and it takes a whole turn to evolve into that.
Okay.
But you definitely want to have a Pidgey as well.
I'll play it straight up. We're just gonna figure it out. Just go over the rules and stuff.
Yeah. Once you learn all the great good rules,
Yes.
get that going.
All right. I will go ahead and let's see what I have here in my hand. I'll go ahead and attach a. So I have a question. If I were to put a fire energy on Charmander,
Yeah.
and then I evolve him to a Charizard, does he keep that fire energy?
Yes, he does keep the fire energy.
Okay. I will go ahead and attach a fire energy to Charmander.
All right. And don't forget about usability as well. It's got a really strong ability.
Oh yeah. All right. So his ability says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in an active spot, you may look at top 6 of cards of your deck, reveal an item card you find there, and put it in your hand. Shuffle the other cards back in your deck. Fair enough. Let's start with that. I'll use the ability of Mew, Mysterious Stell. So I don't show you.
You don't show me, no. Not with this
All right.
one.
So I will look at the top 6 cards of my deck.
So I guess these are one of the cards you could cheat with right here, since you don't show your opponent.
I don't show you the card you even add.
No, I'm pretty sure you don't. It would say if you did. Nope, you just put it in your hand.
Well, I am not going to cheat here. I have 3 items here to choose from.
Nice. Another Battle VIP Pass would be crazy. A Nest Ball would be good. And a Rare Candy is needed for next turn as well to be able to evolve into Pidgeot and Charizard. So those are the main ones you want off of Mew.
I definitely added one of the ones you said.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
All right. I will activate Artisan.
Nice.
I will use its effect. This is a stadium card. It says, once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for basic Pokemon. Doesn't have a rule box. What's a rule box?
A rule box pretty much like EXs. They have rule boxes at the bottom. So if you want to go through your deck, then I can show you what the rule box is. And just point out an EX. You can pull out an EX and I'll show you what that is there.
Okay. Looks like we have an EX right here, Charizard EX.
So right here at the rule box, that's actually where you see how many cards it takes as a prize. That's
At the bottom here.
Rule box. Pokemon EX rule. Yeah, so pretty much you wouldn't be able to get any EX with Artisan. And it also specifies it here, EX, Pokemon, and V have rule boxes as well. It specifies it on the card.
All right, so he says at the bottom here, when your Pokemon EX rule, when your Pokemon EX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards.
Yep. So that's how you determine how many prize cards you take per knockout as well.
Oh, and it says actually right here on Artisan, Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, etc. have rule boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pokemon's good about explaining it right on the cards too.
Yeah, they definitely make the game player friendly for sure. They do a great job at making the cards easy to understand. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh. Freaking
Whoa. We're
6 sentences in one card.
We're not here to attack my favorite game of all time, but we'll see if Pokemon can become that as well.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely a fun game. I enjoy playing it still. So right here you could get another Charmander.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 3 cards.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Jirachi, Pidgey, and Charmander.
Yeah, Charmander would be the one you'd want. Honestly, in this case, since you had Artisan and this Battle VIP pass, you could have used this to get the Rotom V, to get that draw 3 at the end phase, and then use this to get that Pidgey. So right now you'd have Charizard, Pidgey, and Rotom. Or Charmander, Pidgey, and Rotom. But it's always good to have extra Charmanders and Pidgeys.
I'll put a different Charmander down here.
Yeah, it's always good to have extra ones because you definitely want them lined up for your next Charizard plays after you make the first one.
So I noticed my deck has this Charmander and this Charmander. They're both different. Why is that allowed? Is that allowed? And just break that down.
So as long as they're within the same rotation, then they are allowed. And yeah, different forms of Pokemon, pretty much. You still can only play 4 Charmanders, even though this one's different than this one. But you can see there's a lot of things different. The attacks are different. The health points are different. So yeah, there's a lot of different.
So if there was
printings.
4 different Charmanders printed within this rotation, I can play 1 of each?
Yep, and I'm pretty sure there is actually right now. So I know there's at least 3 different Charmanders you can play.
You would potentially just play the ones with better stats or better effects, stuff like that?
Yeah, just depending on what's played in the meta. Some things, like there's this one deck called Iron Valiant, which spreads damage across the board just by 20 each. So with this Charmander, it would die after getting hit 3 times with the 20s, because that's 60, but this one needs that extra 4th. So that's why a lot of people play things like that. And also, like this Pidgey, for instance, it has another Pidgey that you can play, but it doesn't have a good attacker ability. But this attack is really good. Call to the family, just for 1 of any energy color by attacking, which will end your turn, but it's a good thing to do if you're going second. Don't really have anything else to do. You can just put 2 of basics on your bench. So it's pretty much like a Battle VIP pass.
All right. I will go ahead and play the card Arven. It allows me to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card.
Awesome.
Reveal them and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck.
I mean, your hand just has it all. So here,
I'm gonna get another Battle VIP pass.
yeah, and then the 4 Seal Stone if you have it in there.
I believe that is my only target. I saw that. It's an item card or tool card. Sorry, tool card, right?
Yeah.
Because it says right here Pokemon Tool. Okay, so we know that's a tool card.
And then with that VIP, I'd probably just get another Pidgey and
Yeah.
definitely the Rotom V.
I will activate Battle VIP Pass to place 2 more basic Pokemon on bench. I will get another Pidgey, and then I will get the Rotom V.
Perfect. And you have the perfect setup right now. I mean, you opened the gas.
Well, thank you.
Of course. It's a great deck. And then that 4 Seal Stone, if you read the VMAX ability, which is also another thing I'll explain as well. So the VMAX ability, you only get 1 each game. So there's multiple different Pokemon that have VMAX abilities. But once you use 1 of those VMAX abilities, that's the last VMAX ability you can use. So for 4 Seal Stone, for instance, it searches you any card in your whole deck. And you can use it at any point in time while it's attached to one of your V Pokemon. So you can attach that to your Rotom V, pretty much just like the way you would attach an energy. And whenever you need to search, you can search it.
Is it wise to save resources in this game or put it now?
I would attach the Force Seal Stone now, but you don't have to use its effect to search now. Just because...
Right, but there's cards like, I remember there's one called Iono.
Yeah.
It makes me shuffle back my hand, so maybe you might be wise to kind of get things out of my hand.
Yeah, so that's exactly why you'd want to attach that Force Seal Stone now, not keep it.
It just goes below it like an energy?
Yeah, just like that.
And now it gains this effect. It says, during your turn, you may search your deck for a card, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. And that's one time only.
One time per
So I want to save that.
Save that for if you need something like next turn, if you're missing a rare candy or something like that.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me. I am going to end up using my last ability of Rotom V. It says, once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards, but then your turn ends.
Awesome.
Because I don't think I have anything else. So we'll use that effect.
All right.
Draw 3 cards, and we will give you the passing of turn.
All right, I'll draw. So I'll just start my turn off by putting a Giratina V down. And I'll use my supporter, Colorless Experiment.
What's that do?
I look at the top 5 cards in my deck, put 3 of them in my hand, and put the other 2 in the Lost Zone.
Okay.
So the strategy of this deck is to fill up your Lost Zone, and then you have a couple cards in here that are very strong depending on how many cards are in your Lost Zone. So
Okay.
here, really not the best cards. I'll get this one. And what do I have in my hands? And I'll get that one as well. And then put these here. So I have 4.
Okay.
And then I'll use Comfy to look at the top 2 and add 1.
Okay.
Like that, and get rid of this. Alright, and then I will go for my Radiant Ninja. So I'll discard that, draw 2.
Okay.
Oh man, that's not what you want to see. And then here, I'm gonna attach a Jet Energy to my Giratina V.
Okay.
And what that does is it'll just automatically put it up into the active zone. So typically how you would change that, we can just go back real quick. You have a retreat cost on every Pokemon is different on a lot of them. A lot of them is only 1 or 2. Like as you can see, this one only has 1 star here. This Giratina has 2. So if I didn't use that Jet Energy, how I would get this Giratina V up to my active is just by discarding this to the graveyard and then putting it up to the active.
Okay.
Which you can only do once per turn. You can only retreat a Pokemon once per turn.
Okay.
But yeah, with Jet Energy this up. And this also counts as an energy, so my Abyss Seeking can use its ability. And let's see here. Can't attach any more energies, of course. So I'm gonna go Abyss Seeking, which will end my turn since it's an attack. I'll look at the top 4 cards of my deck, put 2 of them in my hand and 2 in the Lost Zone.
Okay. What's the purpose of getting all these cards in the Lost Zone for you?
So there's a card called Mirage Gate where it says if I have 7 cards in my Lost Zone, I can put 2 energy straight from my deck on any 2 Pokemon, however I like.
Okay.
And then the VMAX of this says if I have 10 in my Lost Zone, its VMAX ability that I can only use once a game just knocks out any Pokemon in your active zone.
Okay.
Alright, so I want to get this one and this one here. Put these 2 in the Lost Zone. So now I have 7. So that Mirage Gate card is active now. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Draw for turn. All right. So we will start off with. We will go ahead and.
I just realized I didn't use your Artisan last turn. So that's another thing.
Either player can use that turn?
Either player can use the stadiums, yep.
Okay. So it applies to both players.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will gladly allow you to take that misplay, as that might raise disadvantage playing a professional player like yourself.
We'll have to take it. I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but I've been playing for a little bit now.
Oh yeah, 15 years is more than a professional.
Yeah, 15 years is... I mean, I've done some professional things in my time.
Well, I'm just glad that you're here to train me.
Oh, of course.
Coach.
Of course. My young Padawan.
All right, guys. Well, we're not really sure on optimal moves here, but we're going to try and get a Charizard out because I think I have some cards that can do it. Just reading these, this game seems pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just by the cards are pretty straightforward. So we're going to go ahead and utilize our effect of... Sorry, here. Let me read for a second.
Oh, you're all right.
All right. We're going to go ahead and utilize the effect of Ultra Ball.
Nice.
We're going to go ahead and discard 2 cards and add a Pokemon from our deck to our hand, but we have to reveal it and then we shuffle our deck. So we're going to get rid of Lost Vacuum and let's go with Counter Catcher.
Okay, sounds good.
And then we'll go ahead and add a Pokemon from our deck and reveal it. We're gonna add Charizard EX.
All right.
We're gonna stay in our deck here. We'll add that to our hand. We're going to use the ability of Rotom V's Power Tool to add a card from deck to hand. It's any card.
Any card.
We're gonna add Pidgeot EX.
Nice, okay. And then you can use Mew to try to dig for those rare candies that you need to evolve them.
Well, we're gonna wait and see what we need because we have 2 rare candies in our hand.
Oh, you're living the dream right now.
We're gonna use the effect of rare candy.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put our Charizard EX on top of our Charmander that has the energy already.
Perfect.
We're then gonna proceed to...
Then you use Charmander's or Charizard's ability.
Oh, does he have an ability here?
Yep.
When you play this Pokemon from your hand, to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for 3 basic energies and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. So I can attach anything around anywhere.
Yeah, so in this case, you're gonna need 1 on this so you can retreat it, like what I was talking about.
Right, yeah, I think I know that.
And of course you're gonna need another one to be able to attack.
And I think I'm gonna put 1 on the Pidgey for the Pidgeot EX.
Yeah, you can do that. His Pidgeot EX's attack can definitely put in some work sometimes.
Well, I don't see any other use for anything else elsewhere anyways.
Well, you can put him on your other Charmander for another Charizard EX.
Oh, that's true. Let me read my Pidgeot EX real quick. I put 1 on Mew. You know what? I'm thinking Pidgeot EX is more so for his ability.
Yeah, he is.
We're gonna put 1 on Mew for the retreat because it needs any energy to retreat.
Yep.
We're gonna put a second 1 on Charizard, and then we're gonna put the final third one. Oh wow! I don't have.
Not in there.
I don't think I have any more.
Oh yeah, sometimes a lot of them could be in your prizes. So
yeah, I can't see that, can I? So I don't know.
You kind of just have to tell. You can count, how many is in your deck.
Is that legal activation? It says up to.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you can do just 2.
Okay. So I have at least my Charizard and then my Mew for the retreat. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Because I would want to put Mew back because it's not as strong, right?
Right.
But I don't want to do that until I've used its ability.
Yeah, you do want to use his ability first.
Because the ability says it has to be in the active zone.
Yeah.
Active spot. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and utilize the ability of Mew. It says I can look at the top 6 cards of my deck, reveal an item card, and put it in my hand. Shuffle the rest.
Perfect.
Go ahead and add this. I reveal it or no?
No, not with me.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it specifically says you reveal it, you would not.
That doesn't make sense to me already, but
Yeah.
I could have put anything I wanted in my hand just now.
It's funny that you question that because I actually haven't yet.
You haven't questioned that?
No, I haven't.
Well, to quote Ruben, nah, we're going to keep this one a little nicer.
Yeah, at least at first, keep it a bit PG on our Pokemon channel. If you want to see us get wild,
Go to Yu-Gi-Oh! One.
we have a Yu-Gi-Oh! channel, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, just so you know, I did add one of those. All right. We're going to...
With that, rare candy.
Oh, sorry. Discard pile. We're going to then utilize the retreat cost. Do I have to burn it? Does it go to the graveyard?
Yep.
Or, sorry, the discard pile. And I can switch anyone I want.
Exactly, anyone.
All right. Once I've used this item's ability, does it stay on the Rotom V?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get this out. This is what pretty much everyone uses to keep track of their V-Star abilities. They all have one of these little things, and they flip it over once they use their V-Star ability.
Does it go on the Pokemon?
They normally just put it somewhere on their map, just like that.
Okay.
So yours is used.
I will then use a rare candy.
Very good.
Oops, sorry, rare candy. And I'm going to go ahead and put my Pidgeot EX on top of my Pidgey.
Nice.
I'm then going to attach an energy, because I haven't attached one this turn, to my other Charmander.
All right.
I'm then going to use the ability of Pidgeot EX as once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to search my deck.
So it's awesome to get supporters off that. Really strong supporter cards. There's anything you need, of course. It's good.
Okay, well, I'm not going to take too long here. Let me see if there's anything that looks interesting.
Like sometimes if you don't have a lot of cards in hand, you can use Pidgeot EX, search Professor's Research. Discard your whole hand, draw 7. So that's a really strong one. Even Iono could really hurt your opponent. A lot of the time, you're going to be searching bosses' orders just to get small
Right.
up to beat over them.
Well, I do have some interest stuff that I don't want to get rid of. I think I'm just going with Charizard EX.
Sounds good, yeah. And you don't show me the stuff off Pidgeot.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
You can show the camera. Yeah. It's alright though.
Right, because it can be any card, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm then going to rare candy
Sheesh.
and put Charizard EX on top of my other Charmander.
Dang, bro. Okay. Nice.
Trying. Alright. I am then going to utilize the card Boss's Orders.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to read your cards here real quick because I do not know which one's better.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It looks like this is a one-shot on either card.
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, the Radiant Greninja looks a lot better.
They both are really good. Comfy only gets me 1 card, but I put cards in my lost zone. Greninja draws me 2.
Okay.
Also really well.
I'm going to bring out Radiant Greninja.
All right.
And right now is when I have to determine if I want to do anything else right, because otherwise I end my turn. Or once I attack it, the turn ends.
Exactly.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and use Burning Darkness and 180 onto 130.
All right. So you take a prize, and then I put Pokemon up into the active.
Okay. So I will take this one right here.
Sounds good. All right, and I'll drop return.
Yes.
Okay. And now I will not forget to use this Artisan.
Okay.
So we will get. Let's get another Comfy here. Alright, let's see.
Oh, I believe in Pokemon, it goes like this.
Oh yeah, I mean it's that's also just something that's personal preference, but
Well, some people's personal preference aren't necessarily right, so we have to take that into account.
I mean it all comes down to how they want you to do it on stream. You know, if you're going to be on stream on a Pokemon event, they're going to make you do it like this. This is technically the right way to do it. So yeah, for those purposes, that's how we're.
That's an inside joke, guys. On the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, Max and I go back and forth that all the time.
Yeah, I personally just really like to have my deck that way because it's easier for me to draw. But it's just a small.
Max has arthritis in his wrist.
My right wrist is very tight, so yeah, I'm not sure why. It's probably just because I'm right-handed.
Okay.
All right, so I use my Arzon to get the comfy out.
Okay.
And then, let's see here. I'll use my comfy to look at the top two. Add one.
Yes.
Lost Zone one. Get that. And send this. This card really hurts your deck because you can't use any EX Pokemon's abilities. But since you already have your 2 Charizards out, it's not going to do much for me right now, unfortunately. So here, not a whole lot I can do. I will evolve into my VMAX.
Okay.
Giratina.
Yes, sir.
And let's see, I will put a basic energy down on Giratina for the psychic.
Yes. I noticed you have one that doesn't look normal. It says Jet Energy. What does that mean?
So it's pretty much a special energy. It says there. This is a basic. There's a ton of different special energies that do their own things. This one just says when I attach it, I can put my Pokemon into the active zone. So it's a pretty good way of getting Pokemon up without having to retreat.
Okay.
All right, and then let's see here. Damn, my hand is just really not the best. Alright, I will go retreat with Comfy to bring up my other one, and then I'll use that one's ability.
So you can use them multiple times, the same card.
Yeah,
by doing
it. Of course I can't use the same one again, but yeah, multiple times I can. So I'll get Nest Ball here.
I just realized my deck is like upside down. Let me shuffle that and uppercut. Wait.
Oh, this is your graveyard.
That's my apologies. The discard pile's below the deck.
Alright, well I'll Nest Ball myself. Not a lot of options here. I'll get a Comfy. Three, 6, 9. Blossom. Also put down a Sableye, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will put another energy onto my other Charizard.
Nice. It's lined up, ready to attack.
Alright, I will go ahead and... So you have 3 Comfies, huh?
3 Comfies, uh-huh.
So I think I need to read this guy.
Yeah, he is the big hoss on the board. This guy's also pretty important to know what he does as well.
Okay. How many cards do you have in your loss on right now?
9.
You have 9 right now?
Yep, so one of these Comfies will get me to 10 next turn.
Okay. Potentially. So if I were to boss's orders him and bring him out and attack him and put damage on him,
Right.
you would not be able to get to 10, correct? Because you would have to retreat him to bring one back.
Yeah. There are ways that I could get to 10 still. There's supporters that I use that put stuff in the lost zone. I also have a lot of switch cards that I can just use to switch him back, put my comfy back out, and then use my comfy.
Okay.
But it's not a bad play.
Or should I just go for my prize card? Start working on those. I don't know. Or, well, I don't know what you have in your hands. So maybe I want to force that out. And if I were to put damage on him, like 180 per se,
Yeah.
would that go back when he goes back to the bench, or would he heal?
It'll stay. So
2 hits and he's done.
yeah, exactly.
So 2 boss's orders and he's done.
Yep.
Okay. Or potentially. Okay. All right. Very well. I think we're going to utilize the effect of Pidgeot EX to add a card from deck to hand.
Very good. Very good.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
8.
8. Okay.
Definitely a big decision to make with that Pidgeot every turn. You gotta get the perfect card.
Right. That's what I'm realizing here.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate you only use 1 supporter per turn.
Yeah, it would be really good.
Because I would absolutely love to boss's orders and then Iono.
Yeah. I mean, they're really powerful, so it's a good thing that you can, for sure.
Because that's an option as well. I could attack you, then Iono you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely put my hand size down a bit.
And it would increase mine. You know what?
Not a bad move.
You only live once.
And YOLO.
We'll add an Iono.
Alright, sounds good.
And I think it's correct to do the Iono before I attack, because then I'll lose a...
Well, you'll have to do it before you attack.
Oh, right, because it ends the turn.
Exactly.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, sorry. I want to keep as many prize cards as I can, though, anyways, before Iono.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, we're going to Iono.
Alright, so just shuffle our hands, put them at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, it goes on the very bottom.
Very bottom, yep.
I did not shuffle my deck to begin with.
Oh, it's alright. And we both draw 6.
Do you typically offer cut in Pokemon?
Well, you don't cut with Iono. Well, actually, yeah.
I did not shuffle when I used Pidgeot EX.
Right. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I mean, you can offer cut.
And this goes on the bottom in any order, or I choose?
Just random.
Okay, I just shuffled them up.
Yep.
And then I draw 5. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and does he have a Pokemon tool attached to him?
No, just the energies.
Okay. You don't have any Pokemon tools in play.
No, nothing for Lost Vacuum.
Okay. All right.
Works on stadiums
Or
and
stadium,
pools.
but my stadium is.
That card is really important against this deck, though, because if I set up this Path to the Peak early game,
Yeah.
it will shut off your Charizards putting energy on each other, which is huge, and your Pidgeot EXs. So,
But right now, I can take out the Artisan to make sure you don't put another one next turn
yeah, you could do that.
with Artisan.
Yeah, that is an option.
Okay. Because I already have all 5 now. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm going to attach the Defiance Band
All right.
to this one on the bench. Then we're going to go ahead and oh wait, we cannot do this next play I wanted to do. We're going to go ahead and play Lost Vacuum.
Okay.
We're going to place Nest Ball in my Lost Zone to destroy the Artizone.
Nice. All right. Look, you already coming up with your own plays over there, bro. See, Pokemon is a pretty simple game to learn. It's, you know, always like card games, hard to master, but
Right. We are then going to utilize the attack of Charizard EX, Burning Darkness, to knock out the Comfy.
all right, sounds good. So
And I will take a prize card.
we're down to 4. Put another Comfy out and draw.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So I'll go for colorless. Look at the top 5.
Uh-huh.
Put 3 in my hand, 2 in the Lost Zone.
Okay. And that gets you there for the over 10.
Yep.
Okay.
At 10 here. I will put another Giratina V down.
Okay. How many Pokemon can you put in here per turn?
As many as you want.
As many as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just like what you did, you put 5 up there.
Oh, you're right. I did.
Yeah. 2 VIP passes.
Although I believe I used it for the card effect. But if it's in your hand, you can still play as many as you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll use Mirage Gate. So this is the one where if I have 7 or more Lost Zone, I can take 2 energies and attach them anywhere I want.
Okay.
So this one, I still need a leaf on that.
Okay.
And I'll put a basic on. Let's see. So one big thing is energy management in Pokemon. So especially in this deck, you need to be smart with it. I will put a Sableye or down Sableye there.
Okay.
Right, and then I will go attach my energy for turn, Jet Energy to Comfy.
Okay.
Put this one up, and I'll use this Comfy.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't use this first one yet. Skipping steps. All right, I'll use this one first.
Okay.
That. And then I will Jet Energy to this. Use it again.
Okay.
Never want Battle VIP Pass after the first turn. It is just a brick.
Right. It said only the first turn, correct?
Yeah. Let's see. So now I'll just go retreat Comfy for Giratina V-Star.
Okay.
And we'll finally start getting some attacks in now that I'm at 10.
Okay.
Do I have anything else I want to do here?
Okay.
Let's say I'm good for right now. So, yeah, I'll just go for Star Requiem, which will just automatically knock it out using my V-Star power for the turn of the game.
And does he have an attack? It does 280.
Yeah. He does have an attack that does 280. So what that does, I just put 2 energy attached to my Pokemon in the Lost Zone, pretty much.
So you automatically destroy him.
Yep.
And then you would take 2 prize cards for this. And then you're still able to attack?
Yeah, and like next turn I can attack for 280 still if I want to.
You can't attack again once I put this one out?
No, not again.
Okay.
No. Only 1 attack per turn.
Okay. Okay. And that effect automatically destroys 1 time only?
Yeah, it's a V-Star ability, so yeah, it's just 1.
So all these go to the discard pile? Every card here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I put out 1. And then I draw, correct?
Yep, draw per turn.
Draw. Okay. I think we're going to... We're going to go ahead and place a Charmander here.
All right.
Then we're going to go ahead and... I don't think I have I don't know if I have any more energies in my deck.
I don't think you do.
We're gonna place this one here just in case we get another one.
All right. But you can always use Super Rod to get the energies from your graveyard back into your deck. So maybe that's something you'll want to search off at Pidgeot.
Looks like one of them's over here.
Ah, okay, yeah. There is only one in that deck.
Because I'm seeing 6 here. Alright. Let's go ahead and... activate Professor's Research.
Nice.
Discard 1, draw 7.
All right.
Seems like a very powerful pot of greed.
Oh yeah, that card is insane. You don't even need to have a hand to draw or anything to discard. You can just activate Professors as your last card in hand and draw 7.
Right.
Definitely insane.
We will go the effect of Pidgeot EX to search.
Alright.
See what we can get here. Oh. We do have another energy.
Oh, nice.
It's in here. Let's just go ahead and add that.
Nice, okay.
And I already attached one to him, right?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I should leave that there in case I get Iono'd. Or Iono just shuffles back regardless. I already used a trainer this turn. Let's just get Super Rod this turn.
Yeah, it's always good to put energies back in that deck because you're going to want to make a third Charizard and you're going to need more energies for that.
Okay. And I have a question. If I have a stage 1 Pokemon, can I just slap it on top of this one?
Yeah, like Charmeleon. It does have to be after the turn you summon that, though. Or put it on the board.
Okay, so I have to wait a turn.
Yep.
Okay, so I can't do that. Alright, we're going to use Super Rod.
Nice.
Pokemon and energy only. We're just gonna do all 3 fire energies.
Nice.
Oh, this is my discard pile. I am shuffling it right now.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why I did that. Okay, then we are going to use Ultra Ball.
Okay.
Get rid of Battle VIP Pass.
Definitely a good one to get rid of.
And Arven.
Alright, sounds good.
This could only be activated if I could have both in my deck, correct?
No, you can use Arven just to search an item.
Oh, it says item and a Pokemon tool card. So you can do it if you only have one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'll search my deck for Pokemon.
Alright.
Oh wow. Okay. I guess one of my Charizard EXs is in my
Oh yeah.
prize cards.
Yeah, one of my very important cards are my prizes right now as well.
So we're adding a monster now, right?
Yep.
I guess we just add Pidgeot EX.
That's a good one.
We will then play Arven
Nice.
to add an item card. We're not rare candy. Offer the cut.
Alright.
Alright, we will then... I guess now we just have to... Did I already use Pidgeot EX's effective search?
Yeah, I think you searched Professor's Research.
Or no, Escape Rope. Or Super Rod.
You
Super
did
Rod.
use Research already, so you couldn't have used that Arven this turn.
Oh, is Arven a supporter?
Yeah.
So I need to take this back and put this rare candy back in deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Arven's good, huh?
Oh yeah, he's really good. That play you did first turn, getting that Battle VIP pass and that 4 Seal Stone to search any other card, really strong play.
Very good.
All right.
All right. I guess I will just go to battle.
Yep.
He doesn't have a weakness. No weakness.
No weakness on this guy.
I will attack him for 180.
All right.
Puts him at what? 100.
Yeah. So got some dice. It's kind of a lot of dice, but let's see. So 180. You got 160 and 20.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, okay, cool. 180 already. All right. So I'll draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I will go Jet Energy up my Comfy.
Okay.
And then I'll evolve my Giratina V into a V-Star.
Okay.
Let's see what else do I want to do. I'll use a Mirage Gate here. For some energies. We'll go basic there. And this one here. And then
Okay.
I'll go Comfy.
Okay.
Put that away.
So his ability can be activated if it comes out again to destroy one.
Yep.
That's why you would do that to bring him back, to put him back there.
He'll come out to do 280 again, pretty much.
He only can do 280 damage.
Yeah.
He doesn't automatically destroy one.
No, since I already used that V-Star power.
That's once per game. Okay.
Yeah. Super Rod.
Yeah.
So I'll put 3 basics, energies, or Pokemon in my deck.
Guys, if you're still with us, we appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. We love you, and thank you.
Yeah, we know it's a pretty long video.
Yeah.
I'm happy to make it.
We're learning, though.
I'm learning for sure.
We might have to cancel our plans that we talked about. It's running quite late now.
Yeah, a little late for sure. Then I will Mirage Gates.
Okay.
Put that on that, and this one here, I guess. So I'll go switch card here.
Yeah. What's it say?
I switched my active basic Pokemon with one bench Pokemon.
Okay. Just you.
Yeah, just me. Let's see, what do I want to put out here?
I imagine the big boy.
This guy does pretty good on his own as well.
What's he do?
Definitely give him a read.
He's 12 damage counters, 1,200 DAC, or 120 HP.
Yeah.
Each damage counter is 10 HP.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'll do. I'll switch him out with him.
Okay.
And then let's see over here. I'll put out a Cramorant as well.
Okay.
And then I'll just use him. So I'll do the 70 on him. And then I have 50 left, and I'll do 50 on him. So I'll basically knock out both of those.
Oh, wow. And you take 2 prize cards?
Yep.
Oh, it can be to the bench as well? Wow.
Yeah, it's really strong. So this is actually why you play that Jirachi card in your deck, because that card stops this thing right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just need to have the Jirachi on your bench.
There's a lot of cards that do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Draw. Alright, we'll go ahead and play Lumenion V down and use the effect to search for a supporter.
Very good.
We will add boss's orders.
Yep.
I guess we will then utilize the effect of Pidgeot EX to search.
So now your Zard is doing a lot too. I think it's doing 280 now. Or actually 270.
Oh wow.
4 times 6 is...
It's doing 120 plus that is 300.
Okay, yeah, 300.
300, okay. So I can potentially just knock out that Giratina V-Star right there.
Yep.
I think we will just add the... 1 second. We'll add, Is this once per turn it can do that the effect?
Yeah, as long as I have it, I can just attack with it.
Okay. You can use that effect to destroy stuff on my bench?
Yeah, does an attack.
Okay. In that case, we'll add Jirachi.
Alright.
Even though I know it doesn't, I forgot I don't have to show.
Oh yeah.
We'll go ahead and play the Jirachi. We will then... But it's at 12, it is at 300 damage, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, boss's orders. Your So this is the same card as this one. There's just different art.
Yeah.
And this one does have the ability to one-shot things as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Well, the one-shot ability I used already. It's a V-Star ability, so I only get one time to do that per game.
Regardless of each having multiple.
Yeah.
Okay. And this has a lot of stuff under it. This one's already suited up to go, huh? Well, it's missing one energy.
Yeah, for that other attack,
It's missing an energy for the main one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not good to do that one.
Probably not now.
We could probably just destroy this. Yeah, let's do this guy.
Okay.
And then we will... We'll attack him.
Sounds good.
And hold on one second. Okay, the Defiance Band doesn't really matter, even though I have more price cards.
Still is gonna die.
Still,
anyways.
okay. Alright, and then we'll take 2 price cards, or is that 3?
2.
2? Take these bottom 2.
Alright, and I'll put up a Comfy.
Okay.
And I'll draw.
Yeah.
I'll go Comfy.
Uh-huh.
Play Mirage Gate.
Okay.
Attach the last energy I need to that Giratina.
Okay.
Only 4 cards left in my deck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this deck goes through cards pretty quickly. Alright, then I will boss's orders of my own
Okay.
on your Lumineon, so I'll put that guy up. And I will retreat my Comfy, Giratina V-Star, and
280, is that game?
Yep, 280. Put 2 energy in the Lost Zones. And yeah, that'll be game. I'll get my 2.
Alright, well, good game.
You too, man.
Appreciate
GG.
you showing me how to play.
Yeah, you did a great job for
I
your
was missing
first
my
game.
last boss's order that I needed.
Yeah, I was missing this guy. This is a huge part of my deck. Definitely.
Oh, the Roaring Mooney X.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, hopefully you learned a little bit about Pokemon like I did, and we'll be doing some more content here. I'm looking forward to playing Pokemon.
Definitely gonna be making more content. Very fun game. Happy to. Hopefully, I teach y'all something here. Had a great game against Jay as well. Definitely down to the wire, so that should be a good one. And yeah, as you can see, Jay picked it up pretty quickly. It's a pretty simple game to play. Honestly, I wouldn't be, if you're nervous or scared at all to play, it's pretty simple. And the online game is a great resource to be able to play new decks and test things out.
And what's that called?
That's called Pokémon TCG Live.
Okay.
You can get it on your phone or your computer. It's a really good app for sure. That's how I started learning how to play.
Alright, guys, like, subscribe, comment, ask any questions you have down below for Max. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out, y'all.